Hi, I'm Doug Ross, editorial page editor at the Times, here for another endorsement interview. This time we have Lake County Council 2nd District Republican candidate Catherine Campbell. Welcome. Also in the room with me is, with us I should say, is Krista Zvanovic, assistant managing editor. We should probably start with asking you, what are your qualifications for this office?
My qualifications? Well, what I usually tell people when they ask it, since I've run for office so many times, is that the only qualifications to run for office in Lake County is that you be of age and be a resident of whatever district or office that you're seeking. But if you mean, I have a college degree. I have experience working in the community. I'm an avid reader. I study, and I have a desire to serve the community.
Okay, fair enough. We probably should talk about, of course, Lake County has the new 1.5% income taxes. Now, 1/4% of that, there's a 1/4% tax for economic development. How do you think that money should be used?
I think it should be divided equally among each town and city.
Okay, and what about the county's portion of that?
The county's portion? They should have a small portion, yeah.
Okay, but how do you think it should be spent?
It should be spent on improving the jails, improving the juvenile facility, and training for the people that work in the courts.
Okay. One of the things we're hearing from a lot of candidates is, we need to create more jobs in the county. What's your strategy?
Well, I really don't know about jobs in the county. I haven't investigated how many people are on the payroll and what they're doing. One thing I can say about jobs, I won't be creating any for anybody unless they're qualified. I won't be showing any nepotism, favoritism, or patriotism.
Okay.
So, but that's one thing. Once I'm elected, I'd like to see who all is on the payroll, what they're doing, and making sure that they are legitimate and qualified.
Actually, I'm sorry, I must have not explained myself clearly. I meant, jobs for all of the citizens to be able to, boost the tax base and so forth. So not for county government per se, but in the private sector. How would you?
In the private sector, I really don't know how to answer that, Doug. I would. I'd have to think about that.
Okay. Let's talk about. You mentioned the jail. It's a huge portion of the county's budget. What would you do about it?
I would make sure that it is up to code, up to the standards that it should be. Make sure that the money is the bids that are given out to the different contractors to do different things are fair and equitable.
Okay. What's the biggest difference between you and your opponent? What sets you apart?
Well, one thing, I don't know too much about him, but I could say that I am dedicated to serving.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know that much about him. The difference is, I'm sure there's a lot of difference between us, but I don't want to start,
Okay. Well, what's your main selling point?
My main selling point is the fact that I have name recognition. I have good reputation. I have family that is backing me and friends. And I have a strong desire to serve.
Okay. Why county council? What made you pick this office?
County council, there's a lot of things that goes wrong out in the county courthouse. And I think that I would be able to have a say in some of the things. One of the things, since I do have the microphone, every time I go out there, I smell smoke in the building. I mean, this sounds petty, but that's one of the things. I would make sure that the rules, the employees follow the county rules.
Mm-hmm.
I have gone there and the doors have been locked before time for it to close, the building to close. You couldn't get in. Just certain things. I would make sure that it to best of my ability, that it works smoothly. Yeah.
Okay. Have you had a chance to look at the budget and see where you think you might make cuts?
I don't think too many cuts can be made. I would try to increase the money to the schools and the libraries, although so I haven't really looked into the budget yet.
Okay. In terms of employee compensation, benefits, any changes?
I'd have to leave that to the personnel department. I hope they'd be qualified to handle that.
Okay.
But like I said, I would want to look and see if everybody was doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Okay. Day one, if you're elected, what would you go in there and do?
Just look around and get familiar with the offices and stuff. That's the first thing I do.
Okay.
I wouldn't go in there making any cuts, throwing my weight around or anything,
Okay. I guess, do you have questions, Kristen?
No.
Okay. I guess our final question then would be, what have we not asked you that we should have?
I can't think of anything.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we have. Thank you for viewing. Again, this is Doug Ross, editorial page editor, with Catherine Campbell, Republican candidate for Lake County Council in the 2nd District. And with us also is Krista Zavanovic, assistant managing editor. Thank you for viewing.